So, Modern Horizons 3. We still have about a week before it comes out. And it's too noisy over here, man, with this garage door open, but it's such a beautiful day. Whatever, you guys deal with it. It's about a week out from actual set release. And if anything has proven itself, this set, before it even hits actual street date, is performing extremely well. In store, it's been going great. In store, we were charging $399.99 for collector booster boxes. We've sold through probably, I just checked this morning, I think we sold 24 in store, so like a full master case, which is insane. As far as any collector thing, anything we've sold that has a collector product in it, which is everything now, that is by far the largest number we've ever sold during the pre-release weekend. Not including, sales online and everything, just the store. Which is crazy. I know. Distributors that have stock of Modern Horizons 3 collector boosters have already started upping the price. Like Magazine Exchange, they are notorious for that. They do it every time it's a good product. They'll give you like I'm done with that company. I really am. They'll give you like 8 boxes, and then they'll be like, oh, next week they'll be like, oh, we have more if you need, but it's $30, $40 more expensive. It's predatory, and that's why I do business with the distributor that I do business with, is because they really don't do that. But that's neither here nor there. The sales are insane on MH3, of course. And a lot of the card stores in my area, man, they're charging like $600 for a collector box. Now, I'm not sure if that's because they didn't get a lot and they have to, but $600 is like, whoa, that is like, that's 200 over market. Looking right now, the market on MH3 collector boxes is $420, and it will be $450 to $500 in 2 or 3 weeks. It's 100%. This is going to be $600 in the next 90 days. Guarantee it. I know you might think it's not going to be, or you don't want it to be, but it's going to happen. Just because of the sales velocity and the sheer number that they printed, and they're not going to print any more of this, the collector product. They'll print more play boosters, of course. They'll print that until it is dead and buried. But as far as the collectors and the collector bundles, they're not going to be printed anymore, from what I think. And I don't know why people get so shocked to when a collector product goes up in value. It's just, it is what it is. It happens. I don't get what the fuss is about. It's a collector product, and it's meant to go up in value. Granted, the ones that come out with standard sets don't really perform too well. If it's a shit set, I get it, but that's what it is. It's a shit set, so the collector product is going to be shit as well. MH3 is not a shit set. It's a great set, and it's selling well. For the pre-release, we had about, on the first day, on Friday, we had 25 people, which is kind of low. That's low attendance for a pre-release. But it's expensive, and I get it. We charged $60 for the pre-release. 3-0 got 6 packs of the play boosters, and, it was a pack per win. So if you went 3-0, you got really good value. That's how I like to prize the events. I want the people that perform well to be paid out well. And, the people that do okay, they get, if you 2-1, you get 2 packs and the promo pack, and whatever else. But 3-0, I always want them to feel like they went 3-0. The Saturday did really well too. Not as much as Friday. It's always less. We had about 20, I believe, which all in all, between both days, 45 total people attended, is pretty good. I mean, it's not great. I think the most we've had was the Kamigawa pre-release. We had like 40 people on day one. Like, there was people. And this is before I did the renovation, so it was jam-packed in there. But this I could understand. It was an expensive set. We did have a lot of people who actually bought pre-release kits and took it home, but we don't count those just because we're supposed to. But like, if someone's buying a pre-release kit and having it at home, I'm not gonna be like, give me your Play ID so I could put it in and get credit for it. It's a weird, convoluted system sometimes. But we have been getting kind of shafted on pre-release kits just because I stopped taking people's like Wizards IDs for Commander Night. We have 40 people every Wednesday for Commander Night, and I used to put the code up on the TV so people could just put it in. Do me a solid by, it's a free event. Do me a solid by putting in your ID on the event link so I can get credit that you're here so we can grow. But that is too much to ask because no one does it, even at a free event. So we've been getting shafted on pre-release kits. We only got, I believe, 4 kits for this, or 5 kits. I forget. I think it was 5. Which hurts. But the only thing that I could do is charge for Commander Night. This way, it's an event. You paid for it. You enter it, and you'll get some sort of prizing. That's the only real workaround for it. I've tried to do the nice nudge of, please people, could you put your ID in here? It helps the store grow. It helps the store grow for events, for pre-releases, and everything like that. Nothing. The people who do, and it's great, and they know who they are. But the people that don't. And once I start charging for Commander Night, they won't come anymore, and then the problem's solved. So that's something we might have to do in the near future, is actually do an admission for a Commander Night with, prizing and whatever. We'll figure it out. But that's in the near future. So, Modern Horizons 3. We didn't sell out of collector boosters, but we're damn near close. I think, not commander boosters, collector boosters. We're close. We have about 6 cases left, which is kind of low. We did sell through like probably over 3/4 of our allocation just on pre-sale with the Patreon and everything. But I just want to say, for the last video I posted, the changes and everything like that, it went over really well, even on the Patreon. Sure, we lost a couple of bad eggs, but they were bad eggs to begin with, and they're gone, and we are a better company and better Patreon for that. And thank you for leaving, because I can go on a full hour rant about these people, but I refunded their Patreon even though I didn't have to, and blocked them on Patreon. It is what it is. But going forward, I'm not going to refund Patreon memberships. You're supporting a creator, which is me. I create content. By you joining a Patreon, it's supporting me. The added perk is for you to be able to order products at a relatively discounted rate. So, that being said, to the people that asked for refunds and got them, you got me on a good day. It's not going to happen ever again. So, it is what it is. And if you join and it's not for you, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I try to be upfront and like honest about everything. And you know, if you if you join the Patreon, like, and a week before the most hottest set release, put in an order, and then cancel your Patreon membership, I am going to cancel your order, refund you, and remove you from the Patreon. That is snake behavior, and I don't appreciate it. I don't care that you paid. I don't care that you think that you're entitled to these benefits because you paid the Patreon membership and then you canceled it. It is snake behavior, and it's not called for. I don't care. So you'll get refunded, and you'll be like, and then you'll message me, hey, why did this get refunded? You know why. You know why. You're being a snake. You're trying to save $100, $150, $200 by doing this, and then leaving, and you're gone, and you're blocked. And you know what the funny thing is that people don't know this, but I would say 99% of the people that run the typical operation as me, we all speak. And we have spreadsheets and Excel spreadsheets of names of people that do this, and we share it with each other. So you might think you're getting over on me, but and then joining another person's program, but odds are that person's gonna find out as well. So like, just stop. It's cringy, man. And you know, the reason we all talk is because when you do this type of thing, it's very, very high risk. So we all kind of look out for one another, because like a $2,000 to $5,000 hit hurts, especially with like, let's say a chargeback or a whatever. Like I've had the post office lose like 3 cases of Lorcana the last set. Like that hurts, man. Like, and I don't get back the insurance on that. And I know people are gonna say, well, why don't you insure every package? I would go bankrupt. Do you have any idea how much insurance is on like a $4,000 or $5,000 shipment? It's like $80-$90, not including the shipping. It's like it defeats the whole purpose of the whole program. So next week, I'm gonna try and blow off some steam, take a little 2-day vacation, and rethink, because I've kind of lost steam, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you could tell. I didn't really lose steam. Like, when I don't make videos, it's because we're buzzing in here. We are working. I have no time. I literally, like, the time I'm spending right now, the 15-20 minutes, I could literally be doing anything else for the business and be growing it and making money. YouTube makes money, and it could lead to future money. But, like, I don't need future money. I need now money. So, like, that's why the videos get delayed. I know I was doing live streams, and they were fun. It's just sitting there and being live is such a waste of time for me that, like, I could be doing anything else inside here and making money, doing like product research, stuff for Amazon, manufacturing a new product that I could use in here to help the process and help everything. Like, I'm manufacturing envelopes again, because TCG Player is literally out of their fucking mind, charging $42 for 100 envelopes. So I've been in the works of, designing and developing a product for myself to use, and I might take it to the market, but we'll see. First I do have to test it. I do have some prototypes. They're good, but they're not as good as the envelopes that I currently use, so we're gonna see we're gonna see how I could rework it. It does save on top loaders, which is great. And if you ordered from me on TCG Player and you got the envelopes I use, please, the new envelopes I used, please. I wish I could get some feedback on it, but I can't. The only thing I can go off of is like the feedback I get on TCG Player, which is I did get one 4-star review saying the envelopes I use are a pain in the ass to open, and that's kind of the idea. So I just blocked that person. Move along. But I don't get why you would be upset that they're pain. It's made of paper, so you just rip it. I don't get what you're trying to do. You trying to crack a safe or something? You just rip it. It's paper. Anyway, so that's exciting. We're gonna be doing that soon. We'll see. Cost of manufacturing is really low. The only thing that is expensive is the overseas freight getting it here. The small batch that I did make, I'm already out of, so I can't even show you, just because I wanted to try and get them into the market and see how they performed. I only did 1,000 envelope run with it. I only ordered 1,000, but we haven't gotten any back as far as like return to sender for extra postage or non-machinable or anything like that. So that's good news. Out of 1,000, a 0% return rate is great. Granted, the envelopes we manufactured previously have almost a 0% return rate too for extra postage or anything like that. So it's no difference. It's just the only difference is now we don't really have to use many top loaders, even though they're not expensive to begin with. If you order in bulk, they're 6-7 cents a piece. So maybe even less if you order from different companies. Maybe you can get them for 5 cents a piece. So the cost savings isn't that great. What it is it lowers down on weight, which reduces the use of extra postage. So that's good. But the way we ship most of the time, it really isn't a big deal to begin with, because once you go over that like 20 card, 25 card envelope order, you don't use top loaders anyway, because like the cards are so thick that it's kind of rigid and it's not gonna bend anyway. I've never had a problem with a 25 to 40 card order put in an envelope. Never once. No bullshit. So that's exciting. But Modern Horizons 3, you heard it here first. Collector booster boxes, $500, 30 days post-release, 90 days post-release, $600. And I'm not saying this because I'm holding on to a bunch. I'm literally selling them for $3.99. Well, now I had upped the price. They're $4.25 now in the store, just so I can hang on to them for a little bit longer, because I'm going to be sold out. So I don't have a horse in the race anymore. I don't care if they're $600. I don't care if they're $1,200. I don't care if they're $36,000 a box. I really don't care. I'm going to sell them. So I'm not going to have a horse in the race. I'm just telling you what I think, what I see, and the trend is. $600 box, 90 days post-release. Look at Fallout. I don't think they're going to reprint it. I really don't, just because it's serialized and all that other nonsense. I don't think they printed Modern Horizons 2 collector boosters. I don't think so. And there was no serialized that they might have. It was like right when I first opened, so I really didn't get much of that anyway. So I can't really talk about that. If you were open and around during that time, please be vocal. I would love to hear your point of view on that. But from what I think, 90 days post-release, it's going to be a $600 booster box. 100%. Like, people thought I was crazy when I said Jewel Lotus textured isn't going to go below 500. And I'm so confident. I haven't even checked it in like 8 months. And I'm just going to say that it's still above 500. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong, because there's no way that that card, in its raw state, plain Jane, is over 100, that the textured one isn't over 5. So I'm not even going to look. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm not. Bye.